Hello and welcome to Java Programming. Yet another question of LeetCode. So I'm going to be dealing with an easy question which is contains duplicate. In this question we are given an integer array, it's called nums, and we return true if it contains duplicates and false if it doesn't contain any duplicate. For example, when I take example 1, I'm given an integer array. It's assumed all are integers and 1, 2, 3 and 1. On a visual inspection, I know it's true because 1 got repeated, right? It's there on indices 0 and the last one. And here I don't see any duplicates, so it's a false, and so on and so forth. So I see here 1 getting repeated, true. So how do you solve this problem? Let's look at the solution part. So I'm going for the Java solution for this. So when I say I have an integer array and I go over all the elements in this integer array, and if I encounter a duplicate, I should not add it to a data structure. When I say this, what data structure comes to your mind? Of course, it should be HashSet, right? This is in Geeks for Geeks. So Geeks for Geeks is a very good place where you can, practice LeetCode questions, understand the topic. So HashSet in Java is basically there so that we don't have duplicates. Sets do not have duplicates. This is the concept that they want you to learn for this LeetCode problem. So it's basically in collections framework, sets basically do not have duplicate elements, and that's the best data structures in your toolbox, right? Sometimes we have to use hashmap from our toolbox and sometimes it is HashSet. So basically you have to create a hash set of all integers and keep adding it. And when I try to add what already exists in a hash set, what I mean is one was already added. This is the second time we are going to add. It's going to return a false. So this is what is going to help us solve our problem. I hope I'm being clear. And so now that we got a little bit understanding of HashSet and what's the data structure? Integer. I'm going to name my HashSet as HS in short and new HashSet. So I know that HashSet is the data structure that is going to help me solve this problem. So once I've created a HashSet, next step it is I need to go over all the elements in the nums array, right? So for that I would have to write a for loop where I say int I equals 0 to I less than nums dot length I plus plus, and I need to keep adding to my HashSet, right? If HashSet dot contains this nums of I, if it already contains, then it is true, right? I have to return true because it contains duplicate. Else I will have to add it. So HashSet dot add nums of I, and I complete the loop, and I need to return false here because it's added everything and it's not returned true. So it's been adding everything, it's come here, so there are no duplicates, so it's false. It's accepted and submitted. So that's pretty much about it. Create a hash set. Hash set doesn't allow for duplicates, so that's the whole concept. And when I go over all the elements from the 0 till the last element, and if the hash set already contains this number which is in your array, then return true. Otherwise, keep adding to the hash set. Here it does not already contain it, so I'm adding it. And finally, when end of the loop, if it has duplicates, it would have already returned true. Because it's the end of the array, it has been adding, it has not returned true, so here it should be false because it does not have duplicates in this case. So that's pretty much about it. I hope this explanation was super simple, and this is a very easy problem to solve. Just that we should remember that which tool in my data structure to use to solve this problem. So HashSet doesn't allow for duplicates, hence contains duplicate problems can be solved using HashSet. I hope this was super simple. See you then in the next video. Thank you.